Good morning, everyone. My name is Julie. I am the owner and founder of Lady Faltai's Apothecary. So glad that you could join me today. We are here today to talk about the weekly astrology. This is what I like to call the Cliff Notes version. So it's just a really nice little short video that's going to give you just a little brief description of the energies coming for you for the week and maybe some ways that you can work with them or help balance those out. So before we get started, we are going to smudge just a little bit. Get my little leaf here. So some for you guys, some for me. And then we will pull a new card for this week. So last week's was a blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. So we'll put that back in the deck and pull a new card for this week. All right. So we've had this card quite a few times. A blessing on your creativity. So I will get a picture of that up and posted on the Facebook page for you. So if you want a picture of that, I usually write a little brief description with it as well. So if you're looking for that, it's over on my Facebook page, which is also Lady Faltai's Apothecary. All right, so let's get right to it. So today is Monday, September 12th. I can't believe it's like mid-September already. I don't know where this whole year has gone, but anyway, Aries moon in harmony with Saturn. So today's going to bring some self-discipline, kind of going to play the responsible adult card today. So if we have things that need to be tended to, we're probably going to do that today. Just things that need to be handled, difficult tasks, maybe something you've been putting off, anything like that. Today is going to kind of be that, okay, we've got to get it done. We've got to be responsible. We've got to be adults and take care of our responsibilities. So that energy is just going to kind of come naturally for you. So if you got some stuff you've been meaning to do, like I have, that I've been putting off for the last couple of days, you might really enjoy that energy coming. That's going to just naturally help you get things done today. So today's color is yellow. And I picked some moonstone. It says live your purpose, but I picked it more for just living the energy. So the purpose of the energy that's coming today. So I really want to work with that energy. I really want to utilize that energy and get some stuff done. And so I'm just going to live the purpose of that energy. So I'm going to work with some moonstone today. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, the moon enters Taurus. So if you guys have watched my videos and that you've heard me talk about Taurus, when I picture a person that is a Taurus sign, I picture them in this big, luxurious room with really soft, plush blankets and pillows and like a big puffy couch. And, just everything is very relaxing and calming and even kind of sensual. So that's the energy that's going to be coming the next couple of days. So really, after a Monday of being responsible and having to be an adult, Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be more wanting to be surrounded by comforting things. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be lazy. I can sit and be nice and comfy and relaxed and get a ton of work done just sitting down, because I can do homework. I can do social marketing stuff. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. Just because you're sitting down doesn't mean you're going to be lazy. But if you want to, just sit and enjoy and read a book for the day. But you're going to feel very grounded, very calm, relaxed, things that delight your senses. So, like I said, comfy clothes, comfy blanket, comfy pillow, might want some comfort food, maybe some wine. Just be aware that it is easy when in the Taurus sign to overindulge, whether it be the food or the wine. It is easy to not realize that we're overindulging ourselves a little bit. So just be aware of that, keeping that in balance and in check. So Tuesday's color is light blue. And again, I went with some different ones this week that I don't normally kind of go with, but I picked some garnet. And garnet, it says ignite your passion. And usually I pick garnet when it's more, excuse me, about creativity or things like that. But garnet is also about our sensual side, passionate side. So, and if you're going to be delighting your senses and feeling a little sensual, why not work with some garnet? All right, so did I say Tuesday's color is light blue? I don't remember if I did. If I didn't, Tuesday's color is light blue. All right, so Wednesday, the 14th. So we still have the moon in Taurus. Now we're going to add a little bit of it's in harmony with Uranus. So what is that going to add to what we already have? So we're still going to have that grounded, sensual, calm, relaxed, delighting our senses kind of energy coming through on Wednesday. The added in harmony with Uranus is going to bring some creative thoughts, some flashes of insight possible. So really pay attention to your instincts. And if anything of a flash of insight comes to you, really pay attention to that. And I've said this before, and I'll say it probably a million more times. If you're at work or driving or just doing something that you really can't stop and really kind of analyze that flash of insight, write yourself a note, even if it's just one or two words to remind yourself of the insight. Or like I do, I send myself a private message. I'll go into private messenger, pull up myself, type in a few things and send it to me, so that when I get home or I have time and I'm checking my messages, I will see the message from myself. It's a good way to not lose sticky notes. That's for me. So really pay attention to those, because I have found often that those little flashes of insight at first don't always really make sense. And then maybe a couple of days later or even a week later, I'm like, oh, I get it now. So jot them down. If you got a notepad on your phone, I use that sometimes too. So just pay attention, and because it's going to have some meaning in there for you somewhere. Okay. So, and Wednesday's color is royal blue. Excuse me, I got dry throat this morning. And I picked some amethyst. So it says trust your intuition. So really just that intuition, those flashes of insight, whatever it is that might come to you, pay attention to it. And, messages can come, I'm going to get sidetracked here a little bit, but messages can come, flashes of insight, instinct, whatever you want to call it, can come in all kinds of different ways. My guides like to be funny and send them to me in song lyrics. I will get just one line of a song and it'll play in my head for days. And if I write it down, then it tends to not last so long. But yeah, and it's always just one line, and it's not like it's a song I heard last night and it's in my head this morning. These are songs. Sometimes I have to Google them because I don't even know what the song is. The one that was in my head for the last 3 or 4 days, which has finally gone away, is, and I have no idea what this means, but Blackbird Sings in the Dead of Night. So I don't know what that means, but I'm going to pay attention to it because somewhere along the line, it's probably going to make some sense to me. So, and I do write them down, keep track of them. and go, oh, yeah. So they could come in all kinds of different ways for you. So just be aware that it's not always as cut and dry as some people seem to make it seem. It's not. I don't hear somebody talk to me in my own voice or in somebody else's voice. It's just these little things that happen that I'm like, okay, I got it. So, all right. So moving over to Thursday, the 15th, the moon is going to enter Gemini. And so Gemini are, again, if you've watched my videos, you've heard me say this, and I'll say it again, is the Geminis are the question askers. They're the inquisitive people. They're the people that want to know all the answers. Similar to Sagittarius, except for the difference between Sagittarius and Gemini is Sagittarius will dig down and get the answers. Gemini wants someone to tell them the answers. So they're very inquisitive. They're very questionable. They're great for conversations because they'll really, if it's something they're interested in, they'll really pay attention. They'll really interact with that conversation. But they really want you to do the work. They want you to give them the answers. They don't want to necessarily look it up themselves or go do the research. So, but yeah, they make really good conversationalists. So that kind of energy is going to be coming on Thursday. So it's really good to have some mental stimulation, whether that is reading a good book, crossword puzzles, word search puzzles, anything like that that's going to just keep your mind stimulated and happy and working. You could learn a new, watch something on YouTube to learn something new. And like I said, it could be some really exciting conversations if you tap into that energy. Because remember, you're not only getting that energy, but everybody else is getting that energy as well. So if you're inquisitive and some other people are inquisitive, like I said, it could make a really good conversation day. So you might learn something just through conversation. So, and there's also a chance of slight irritability. So if you're not being mentally stimulated, if you're not being using that energy, say you're home alone for the day and you're just kind of sitting there watching TV, you might feel a little irritable. So I don't know, watch a mystery, one of those unsolved mystery shows if you want to watch TV, that's going to keep your mind kind of like, okay, did that person do it? Did that person do it? I think maybe that person did it. So that way, still just kind of relaxing, enjoying the day, watching TV can still keep your mind participating. So Thursday's color is royal blue. And I picked some azurite. And again, I picked some ones that are a little different this week because azurite is not usually one that I would pick for Gemini. But I was really feeling called to just pick these stones this week. So I'm going with it. So it says get laser focused. So there may be something out there for us this week that we really need to focus on Thursday with that conversation and inquisitiveness and learning. So you could work with some azurite. All right. So Friday, the 16th, Virgo sun in tension with Neptune. So we don't like that word, tension, but it does come up. So Friday is going to be probably our most difficult day this week. I don't think it's going to be horrible, but it is probably going to be, out of all the days, it's going to be probably the one day you want to be a little bit more self-aware of what's going on around you and how you are reacting to the energies. But it's also a really good idea to remember, like I said, it affects other people. And if they're not aware of the energies, it might affect them a little bit more than you, where you are kind of have the heads up on what's going on Friday. So Friday could bring some confusion, could bring some insecurity. So you might be feeling like people are trying to deceive you. You might feel like there's some ego conflicts going on. And again, remember, everybody around you is feeling that same energy. So if you think someone is trying to deceive you and they think someone is trying to deceive them, it could get messy, right? So it could get really messy. So this is where you, knowing the energies for Friday, can say like, listen, this is, if you get into kind of like a heated discussion or an argument is getting started or whatever, you can kind of be the one to be like, listen, let's pick this up tomorrow because today's really not a good day. And you don't need to go into the details if you don't want to. I always find it really fun to educate people on things, give them a little, this is what's going on today. So don't worry about it. It's not you, it's the universe, and things will be better tomorrow. But yeah, so just pay attention to yourself. And like I said, pay attention to the people around you as well, because they are also picking up on those energies of maybe feeling confused and insecure, and like that someone's trying to trick them, trying to talk them into maybe doing something they don't want to do. And you're going to be feeling that same way. So yeah. And on top of all that, also remember Mercury's in retrograde. So our communication skills are all kind of on the blitz at the same time. So it's like a double whammy. So yeah, Friday, just be really aware of your surroundings, be aware of yourself, be aware of people around you, meditate, do some positive affirmations, do something that's really going to bring in some positivity and some joy into your life, whether that's, if you got a craft you like to do, go for a walk, go jogging with your dog, whatever it is that kind of puts you back in your happy place. Try to make that a plan for Friday for yourself. So Friday's color is dark blue, and I picked some black kyanite, and I don't pick this one very often, but I felt it was a good one for today as well. So set strong boundaries. You don't have to block people out. You don't have to shut people out. You don't have to go home on Friday and lock the door and not speak to anybody or see anybody the whole entire day. That's a little extreme. But just set your boundaries and be aware, and you'll be okay. All right, so Saturday, the 17th, we have the last quarter moon still in Gemini. So that curiosity is still going to be there. It's also going to be there on Friday for you. So when the moon goes into a particular sign, it's usually in that sign for 2 to 3 days. So that mental stimulation, exciting conversations, all of that is going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just remember that. So Saturday, like I said, curiosity, let your mind wander a little bit. And again, listen to those impulses, those insights, those flashes, whatever it may be. Really pay attention to them. Saturday, maybe even pay attention even more so, because with it being in the last quarter moon, something could come to you that's going to help clear your path to where you need to go. So if something has been kind of holding you back, whether it be financial or education or I don't know, anything that's been in your path that's been blocking you, or you're just weren't really sure what your path was, some of the flashes of insight might give you the answers to that on Saturday. So Saturday, I picked some golden healer quartz that says open the door. Just keep that door open for anything that's going to be coming through to you, because it could be really important on Saturday, whatever might be coming to you. So it might seem something small or something silly, but it could end up being something that may, completely change your life around in a positive way. So, all right. And Saturday's color is black. I don't make these up. Those are the colors that are there. I have a chart that I go by. All right, so let's finish up for Sunday. Virgo Sun in harmony with Pluto. Virgo Sun is that grounded energy, that wanting to be helpful, be in service. So we've been in, Virgo Sun has been in, the sun has been in Virgo for a while now. So that energy comes the whole time the sun is in the Virgo sign. And then we'll move into the next sign, and that energy will come through that whole time as well. So on top of all these energies that I've talked about, the whole time the sun has been in Virgo. So mostly we talk about where the moon is, because I think that affects us a little bit more than the sun does. But it does have the energies that do come through for us as well. So the Virgo sun in harmony with Pluto, again, is going to bring intensity, depth to explore. Kind of wanting to investigate some mysteries. So how do I want to say this? The mysteries you might want to be investigating or digging down into are going to be mysteries, not like I was just joking about watching unsolved mysteries on TV, but more of a mystery of what is your purpose? Why are you here? What are you supposed to be doing? Where are you supposed to be? Things like that. So I don't know, maybe just an example, maybe you're feeling really called to a specific place, and you want to learn more about that. And maybe that's going to lead you to some ancestral stuff. Maybe that's going to lead you to moving. Maybe that's going to just ignite something for you to learn more about that tradition, those traditions of that particular spot. Who knows? But it's going to lead you somewhere. And all of those things are going to help you on your path, whether it's emotional or career wise or spiritual wise, health wise, who knows? I don't have all the answers, but it's going to lead you somewhere. So any of that research that you do, that's some sort of mystery to you, is going to lead you to a positive outcome. So, and it's going to help you, just like I said, better understand yourself. So one of the things that I would suggest, if you just don't really know where to start as well, if you're like, I don't know, most of us have something we're interested in that we've always been a little curious about, and have wanted to learn a little bit about it, whether it's medieval history or something in science, outer space, who knows? But we've all got something that we're interested in, a little curious about, that might lead us on a path somewhere. But yeah, I'm rambling. So for Sunday, I picked some epidote, and it says, go deep. Go deeper, it says. So really dig down into it, and you might get some answers that you have been looking for, or you might get some answers that you didn't know you were looking for, but are pretty amazing. So, but yeah, what I was going to say before I got sidetracked, I sidetracked myself, is if you don't really know where to start, maybe a good place is a natal chart reading. And I do offer them, but you don't have to do them through me. You can go to astro.com and get your chart for free, and then do all your own research, and come up with the answers all by yourself. It's very eye-opening, and it's amazing how much, when I did my own chart, that when I was reading it and researching it, I'm like, that's exactly me. That's exactly me. That's exactly me. It was kind of scary. Sorry, my alarm's going off here. Stupid thing. So yeah, it was kind of scary at first, but then the more I learned astrology, and the more I learned about all the placements and stuff, it really just became a big eye-opener for me of, okay, this is why I do these things. This is how I function. This is who I am. This is part of me. And, there's not to say things I don't want to change about me, but it helps me understand a little bit why things are the way they are and why I am who I am. And I think, it would be a really good place to start if you don't really have anything that you're super curious about. I can't imagine you don't have something you're curious about, but if you don't. So, all right. And so again, just a reminder that Mercury is in retrograde until October 1st. So not a super long time, but the next couple of weeks could have some problems with technology, some communication. Like I said, if you are traveling, especially if it's like flights and hotels or car rentals or anything like that, make sure you print out all of your reservations on a piece of paper. Don't depend on your phone to do it because who knows what could happen. So before you travel, make sure you print your stuff just as a nice safety backup. Don't make any huge life decisions. Don't wake up tomorrow and decide to go elope. Probably not a good time to do that. If you say somebody proposes, that's a big one that comes up a lot, marriage. Someone proposes and you say yes. As long as you're not getting married right away, so you're going to have a year-long engagement, you've got plenty of time to be out of retrograde to make sure that that's the decision you want. And you can change your mind. You can do whatever you want. You can be like, listen, I've changed my mind. I've decided no. Or maybe you said no, and later on you said, I've changed my mind. I've decided yes. If it's meant to be, it will work out. But anyway, just remember that. And I wouldn't recommend signing any major big contracts, anything like that. Just avoid it if you can until October 1st. I usually like to go like 3 days after it goes back into its normal pattern, just because I'm like, I'm going to wait a couple days, make sure the energy is really good again. But yeah, and also Jupiter is in retrograde, and that's going to be until 11/23, so November 23rd. So that one's a little bit longer for us. It's not as well known as Mercury retrograde. A lot of people, because that got popular on Facebook, so everybody will be posting about Mercury retrograde on Facebook, but Jupiter is also in retrograde. And Jupiter is the planet that rules abundance and positivity and optimism and things like that. So really when it goes retrograde, it's really a good time to sit back and reevaluate, kind of see if you're aligned where you want to be and realign if you need to. So to me, the retrogrades are re-times. So we're going to reevaluate. We're going to realign. We're going to revisit. We're going to, just kind of do all the re's. So for the Mercury retrograde, again, I would just kind of take back that time to, for me personally, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to stay off Facebook, give myself a little bit of break. I still have to do business stuff, but I'm like, I'm going to try to take a little bit of a break from the technology part of it and just, do some other things, study, work outside, do some other things besides that. And so it's just a time for me to kind of, what's the word I want to say? I'm reevaluating, but I'm also just kind of taking that time to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Just rest and relax, I guess. They start with R-E. So just kind of be a little internal right now. So, all right. Oh, sorry. Sunday's color is red. I don't think I said that. So, yeah. So now that I've rambled on and on about retrogrades, if you've got any questions, any comments, you didn't understand something, please put it in the comments or private message me. If you've watched, give me a thumbs up. If something in here has been helpful, please share it with a friend, tag a friend, share it on your page, whatever, and hit the bell so that you get a reminder of when I'm going to go, you get a notification when I go live. I started planning things and, you know, so that it would tell you I was going to go live at such and such time. And I'm like, you know what, that's a lot of time out of my schedule to do stuff that doesn't really need to be done. If you want to watch my videos and you want to know when I go live, just hit the bell and you'll get that notification. So, all right, guys. So I hope something in here was helpful. And as always, remember to be kind. Your kindness is not only going to improve your day, it's going to improve somebody else's day, and it could potentially change someone's life for the better. And it could be your life. So, and kindness doesn't cost us anything. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Bye.